You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. As Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. It's unbelievable to listen to that, Teresa, and just the sheer arrogance of Sinema and Manchin.
It really is. You know, it's almost to the point where, you know, the respect factor just isn't there. You know, when I see, you know, activists and constituents just coming in drones, they make the appointments, and then the appointment is supposed to be with the elected official, then it goes to a chief of staff. I've had one of our advocacy events that I did with the nonprofit organization. It was supposed to be with the leader. It ends up being with the scheduler. So that was actually unheard of. And of course, I wrote a letter. It's just like, this should never happen to any other organization or person. But again, it also says, you know, goes to the fact of respect and additional education. So I get the advocate's point that there were 4 senators, you know, instead of them going to the luncheon, instead of going to the other meeting, they actually, you know, were together wanting to have that talk about what can, you know, actually happen to make this work. But again, it's like all these meetings, it just seems like there's no results here. So it's like, I'm not sure what we should do, as I am not a lawmaker, but I think there has to be another sort of alternative, because you have somebody where thousands of people, you know, are asking them to change their mind. And then when we're asking for solidified solutions, we're not getting it, but we're getting a bunch of, I agree with this, and we should go with this, and we should put that in a dialogue. So I'm just waiting for the solution here.
The thing here is very simple, Mustafa. There are no alternatives. I mean, this is what happens when, bottom line is this here. It's 50-50. One senator wields this much power. If Sinema and Manchin go, nope, I'm not going to do it, guess what? You have nowhere to go. You can't pass the bill. And then, of course, you can't pass the bill unless you break the filibuster. The two of them keep talking bipartisan, and I keep saying, show me the 10. Show me the 10 on the other side who are going to go along with this, and they can't.
Well, you know, my grandmother says, when you know better, do better. I can only really speak about Senator Manchin since I, you know, was raised in Appalachia and, of course, over in Michigan a little bit. So I decided to get on the phone. And I decided to call folks back home in West Virginia, across the state, both Democrats and Republicans who I knew. Now, these are what you might still label as somewhat moderate Republicans. Yeah, some still exist. So I called folks in Parkersburg and Wheeling and Charleston and Institute and Clarksburg and Fairmont. And I asked them, I said, should Senator Manchin actually support the bills that folks have put forward that's actually going to make things better for our country, make us stronger? And it was like 85% of the folks said yes. So we got to make sure that folks inside the states are actually pushing these folks and letting them know that if they don't get their act together, then they may not be holding these offices in the future. Now, I'm not threatening anyone. What I am sharing is what everyday hardworking folks in the state of West Virginia are saying what their expectations are. And their expectations also line up with the polling that folks have been sharing across the country. And it's probably not that different in Arizona, but I like to ground truth stuff, and I like to make sure that I know what I'm talking about, because I actually talk to real people about real issues. And this is what many folks in West Virginia are saying.
Ben, at the end of the day, it's pressure, it's pressure, it's pressure. You really have no choice. You use every single thing at your disposal, and I think you unleash it against these two, and there's no let up. And I need people, I got to remind people, and I think it's a little hard for a lot of people today to understand how long the Civil Rights Bill was filibustered and fought by the Southern Dixiecrats in the 60s. Kennedy proposed it when he came in after he won in 61. He gets killed November 22nd, 63. It doesn't get passed until it was broken up by LBJ. He said, I can't get all at one time. So to 64, that was 3 years later. Then, of course, 65, the Voting Rights Act. Then, of course, 68, the Fair Housing Act. So that was an 8-year effort just with Kenny LBJ, I'm not saying that, oh my goodness, we should be waiting 8 years. But what I am saying is, to people who want to see it done, we have to be in this for the long haul. It's not going to always happen in 2 or 3 months.
Absolutely. It won't happen in that short of a time frame, especially not with our intransigent Congress in general, or Senate specifically. But I do want to tap into one of the things that you were saying, Roland. We can't let up on these politicians, especially Sinema and Manchin. And I think in one way that we let up on them is by having these meetings with them at this juncture, because they've shown a level of disrespect. They've shown a level of disrespect in terms of these politicians, these elected officials' time. They've shown a level of disrespect in terms of their unwillingness to even really consider this. Joe Manchin's already said he's coming out against H.R. 1. And I don't care how many times they meet with us and seem like they're concerned. At the end of the day, they're gaslighting us. And we need to call them on it. We need to say it in the media. We need to say it on the news. We need to say it on the radio, that we have 2 Democratic senators that are gaslighting us and do not care about the black vote enough to even help protect it.
Folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
What on?
Everything and nothing at the same time.
You looking great.
Thank you.
What is it about all these black folks in Essence that's just so different and special?
And think what?
What's so special about and unique with all the black folks, the black love here at Essence?
That is fun. That is fun. That is all black love. That's what's significant and different about it. You know, it's pure.
And then, of course, you got all the sisters.
I'm sorry?
Then, of course, you got all the sisters as well.
Exactly. And brothers.
Oh, yeah. Things going well for you?
It's going real well for me. God's been real good to me. Still being good to me. I'm just doing what I gotta do.
It's always good seeing you.
Well, thank you so much. I love this.
We gotta mix it up a little bit.
I feel you, baby.
If you ain't regular, you can't get regular pockets.
All right, folks, each and every single day here on Roland Martin Unfiltered, we're going to feature that Essence Festival Coca-Cola throwback moment leading up to, of course, this year's 2021 virtual Essence Festival. Because of COVID, they're not having the big gathering in New Orleans, but they will be virtual. And so on June 26th and June 27th, two weekends, June 26th, June 27th, July 3rd, July 4th. Essence Festival will be virtual. You can simply go to their YouTube channel, the Facebook page, and go to essence.com to actually watch it. You're going to have the workshops in the daytimes beginning at 2 p.m. And then, of course, the concerts beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern every single night, going until 10 p.m. And so we look forward to sharing with you some of our throwback moments. That, of course, was Shaka Khan from the 2016 Essence Festival. So we've got some great stuff dipping into my archives to show you. And we're going to do that every single day right here on Roland Martin Unfiltered. And we're going to be sharing photos on my social media. So go to Instagram, go to Facebook and Twitter, Snapchat. You'll be able to see those throwback moments as well. And so we're going to give you guys an email to share some of your Essence Festival throwback photos and video that we're going to be sharing with the audience. And we certainly look forward to doing that.